All right, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. This is your blog, Selom's blog, and I'm welcoming you in a very special way. It is indeed a very bright day here. Thursday evening in Southeast Asia, Malaysia to be precise. It's my pleasure and honor to welcome you to the channel today. And in this place, at this hour, I want us to have a discussion. I need to know from you, what do you think is wrong with Chelsea Football Club right now as we speak? Me, as a football fan, as a Chelsea fan, a man that loves my club Chelsea, that I've been following for the past 20 years plus. Listen, I have no doubt in my mind that Chelsea Football Club will come out for good. But there are issues that needed to be resolved. Basic issues that we needed to sort out. What do you think is fundamentally wrong right now with Chelsea Football Club? The past year alone, the past 1 year, or since the takeover of the new owners, a lot has taken place. So much said that even cleaning department, cleaners at Cobham and Stamford Bridge, majority of them were changed. Do you know that? Management team, almost 99% of them have been taken or changed. New management at Cobham and Stamford Bridge. Technical handlers of the team. It's as if everybody is gone among the technical team. The medical department, they are gone. The coaching department, they are gone. Yeah. Do you know that even the dietitians at Cobham, those who cook for the players, their diet, those who are in charge of their food, their feeding, the caterers, over 90% of them as we speak are no more. They are gone. Directors, they are gone. New directors in the club. And above all, new owners. New owners. There are new owners now in charge of Chelsea Football Club. Now, with all said and done, it is like a new house we try to build right now. If you have ever built before, or you have ever undertaken a project before in your life, or you've ever handled events, let's say you manage events before in your life, you understand exactly what the situation is right now at Chelsea Football Club. The fundamentals that are needed for a successful football club, you understand it. In 2 years or in 24 months, you can never expect everything to be perfect. It is true that Chelsea, we are a different animal altogether. We are a different kind of club altogether. Our DNA is all about winning. Yeah. It is all about winning. But the question is, why do we have to do a wholesale changes at the same time when we know the club that we are venturing into? This is the question that our owners need to answer. Wholesale changes in almost every department. This is what affected Chelsea Football Club and is still affecting us right now as we speak. The wholesale changes that were made. Many of us, we tend to forget. We forget that the club is no longer the club that it used to be. Including myself, sometimes I do forget. Sometimes I still feel like, oh, the same old Chelsea Football Club. No, I have come to remind you that it is a new club altogether. Chelsea Football Club now is like a newborn club. And that is where the patience that our coach has been talking about comes in. Are we ready? In the last window, players were bought, a lot. Some even 18 years were bought. One is Andrew Santos. Andrew Santos was bought, and if you watch his display at the preseason, he was part of the players that were bought very early. A young, talented Brazilian. He was bought very early. He joined the team in the US of A. He trained with the team. He played in some games. You can go back and watch some of the games that were played in the US. He was very excellent. I was surprised why he was loaned out. All those young and talented players that were bought, the owners, they bought them because of the foundation they are laying. The foundation they try to lay. They want to lay a firm, strong foundation like any new project, any building. You want to build a story building, a huge project. Your foundation must be strong and deep. And my conclusion is that the owners do not want to buy 25, 27, 30-year-old players that will not last long in the club. Their vision is for the long term. Their plan is for the long term. That is why they are interested in buying so many young players, and they are still buying. As we speak, we are still talking to other clubs that have young talents. You know about Kendrick Paez, the Argentine player. Yeah. No, sorry, the Ecuadorian. Kendrick Paez, Ecuadorian, who played alongside Casado within their international team. He's also how many years old? He is even 16 years, not even 18. We are waiting for him to arrive at age of 18 before he can come to the Premier League. Chelsea are set to recall Andrew Santos from his loan move at Nottingham Forest in January. That is the decision that was made because he was not being used in Nottingham Forest. This guy, as you can see him on the screen, I watched him play at the preseason. I like him. I was surprised when he was sent on loan. And not just only him, many young talented players were sent on loan. We have about 5 young talented players that were sent on loan in one single window. Dear friend, I want you to understand, Chelsea, the foundation we are laying, it's for the future. In the now, we are looking at in the now, what the only thing we can hope for, the best we can hope for, is to struggle to be in the top 4. And that is why our coach right now is under pressure. Mauricio Pochettino held double training yesterday. Double training session yesterday. All in a hurry, or in a bid to see how the team can get back to normalcy. The game against Newcastle that we lost, he himself made it very clear that he was disappointed. He felt so disappointed in his players. For the first time, he did not hide his feelings from his players. Yesterday, Wednesday, there was a double session, according to the report you're receiving from Cobham. Double session training yesterday at Cobham. Double session. It's not normal that a coach will call for double session in a day, but we have to. And let me give you a little bit of history from the past 24 months or 18 months about Chelsea Football Club. From the moment the new owners came in, the first coach that they brought in, when they sacked Thomas Tuchel, you remember? Just about a year ago, when they sacked Thomas Tuchel, the problem with Potter, they brought in Potter. And the problem with Potter was not that he wasn't a good coach. Not that Potter was not a good coach. Listen, the problem with Potter was that he was a project manager for a project situation, but being asked to firefight. He was being asked to firefight. He was being asked to quench a fire when he was supposed to be a project manager. Perhaps outside of that, he also didn't suit the club. Potter didn't suit the club. But in a calmer environment, he may well have thrived. Yes. Graham Potter, in a very calmer environment, he may thrive. But Chelsea is not that, calm and quiet environment. Chelsea Football Club, we want it now and now. Tuchel, the club could do less about him. Thomas Tuchel, the club could do less about him. When the new owners came to meet him, they could do less with him. He was a fan favorite that the owners inherited. Their call to move him on came as a willingness to get to the point dot as quickly as possible, just because of the fans. That is why the owners tolerated him for a while. Yes, he was misjudged for that moment. He was misjudged for some decisions he took. He was not the man for the job according to the owners, insiders. According to the owners, Thomas Tuchel wasn't the real man for the job that they wanted to. The foundation they want to lay with the 18-year-old, the 19-year-old, the 20-year-old, they don't see Thomas Tuchel as the man for that job. What is less debatable is that Pochettino was the right man. Pochettino is the right man for where Chelsea have found themselves. The best thing about Chelsea right now is Mauricio Pochettino, not the players or the owners. The best thing about the club right now is about Pochettino, not the players or the owners. You are taking that from me. Because Pochettino loves youngsters. He likes working with younger players. He gets great results with young players. He grooms young players. My dear friend, that is my personal take on that matter. But I want to remind you again that yesterday there was a double session of training. Today we wait to see how the team is going to react in training. Whether they're going to have double session again today, I'm not sure. But let me also remind you that our next opponent on Sunday is going to be Brighton. And as we know, Brighton manager Roberto Di Zerbi has made a statement, a crying statement. He said, Ansu Fati injury. Ansu Fati is one of the players that they bought in new this season. And he is injured. He is injured. And he said, we have lost Ansu for a long time. Same for Lamptey. They will be out for a long time. Maybe these are all the things that could help Chelsea in order to stabilize the coming weekend, to get the result that we needed. Ansu Fati is unavailable. For me, it's a good news. Lamptey is also not available. For me, it's a good news for Chelsea. That means that even as they go into their Europa League match tonight, they are already going in with a weak team. And they will come back more tired. What else should we ask for? Double session yesterday. We hope to see what will happen today. And then tomorrow, Friday, before we go into the match on Sunday. I will see you in the next one. Let me hear from you about all that I have said. Your own thoughts. What you think fundamentally is wrong with Chelsea Football Club. It might not necessarily be the players. It might not necessarily be the coach. It might not necessarily be the owners. It might not necessarily be the technical handlers. Not even the caterers at Cobham. It might be something else. You can also share your mind. I want to hear from you in the comment section. See you in the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace.